Hey guys, Brit here, welcome back. I'm doing a whole new inventory transformation and this time I started from the very beginning. I started a brand new account and we're gonna see what kind of pets we can get and how many bucks we can raise. I absolutely love doing these challenges because I always end up with really awesome pets and then I can add those to my main account. Honestly, I think this is my new favorite thing to do in Adopt Me is to start over again or start with really crummy pets and try to build my inventory up. Am I the only one that has such a difficult time trying to pick my outfit and change my avatar? I just honestly feel like there aren't very many good clothes to choose from. Alright, after I figure out my avatar, the first thing I want to do is I want to buy some cribs and I want to buy or move the pet and food bowl, and then I want to get showers because I just want to make it really easy to be grinding. Honestly guys, I never spend a lot of time on my house and this time I'm going to try to do the challenge a little bit different. I think I'm going to decorate my house along the way and then see if I can trade my houses. Or see if I can put my house for sale or for trade or whatever and try to get something good out of it. I haven't actually traded any of my houses in the past and I just want to see, are we able to get some good pets? Because I see people post and stuff and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I got these megas or these neons. So I'm just going to try and see what I can do while I'm doing this inventory transformation. And plus, I kind of get tired of looking at these grinding houses that I create because they're kind of pretty boring. And so I just want to look at something pretty. All right, let's head to the nursery and pick up our egg. Honestly, I don't care if we get a dog or a cat. It doesn't really matter to me. I think they're both really cute and I think they're both really cute as neons and that's the first neon that we're going to create. So let's see which one we're going to hatch. I'll be honest, when the new pet task update came out, I wasn't very happy about it, but I'm actually really happy about it now because I feel like my pet most of the time has a task to do and so it makes Adopt Me actually less boring. Although I don't really like doing the stroller and the walks, but if I'm going somewhere anyways, then I might as well do another task and get paid for it. I always try to play as a baby as much as possible so I can get the most bucks. And we're definitely going to need it if we're going to be decorating this house. Ooh, we hatched a cat. All right, the first thing we need to do is try to make as many bucks as possible and to raise up this cat. I just have to remember to always be checking that task board to see if any new tasks pop up that I can easily complete so I can make more bucks. I always feel like it's so weird when I start these challenges and I have a new avatar and it's running and I'm like, is the avatar running funny or something? So if you see me making lots of changes to the outfit or whatever with the avatar, that's why. Okay guys, I can just almost not play Adopt Me without having some sort of skates or something to get around with. So they're 300 bucks, but let's go ahead and go to the toy shop and spend the 300 bucks so I can have some skates. Oh my gosh, that is so much better. We can get around so much quicker. Since we're right here, let's head on over to the pizza parlor and let's grab some free food and some free drinks. I definitely like getting the foods in the back of the pizza parlor because they only take one bite to eat, and since I'm playing as a baby, I definitely want that or need that. Let's go ahead and set up our hotbar. There is no way I could live without this thing now that I've had it in Adopt Me. And the next thing we want to set up is our profile. Guys, I have found that the profile is really helpful all the time in the game, but especially really helpful when I do these challenges because it explains to people why I don't have very good pets. So I'm definitely going to write this little about me about how I just started the game. And then I update my profile all the time. I always make sure to update it because I want people to know what pets I have for trade and maybe whatever pets I'm looking for. Okay, so I told you I'm doing this challenge a little bit different than I usually do. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate my house along the way and then we're going to try to trade it. And also I'm actually showing you a full day, the whole time, for a whole hour that I played Adopt Me for the first hour for this account. So I'm super curious, I really want to know, how well you guys liked this. Did you like it? Because usually when I do my inventory transformations, I skip through a bunch of the grinding and a bunch of the stuff that I do, and I just show you the actual trades. But in this video, I'm doing a whole day, a whole hour of playing Adopt Me for the first day on this new account, and I'm showing you everything, and I just want to know, do you actually like it this way or do you prefer it the other way? So please comment down below and let me know because I love getting your all's feedback. Okay guys, I think I changed my mind. I'm not going to make a neon to begin with. I'm going to try to do this common to legendary challenge and just see how far we can get and what kind of pets we can get and how quickly we can get them. One of the things that I will totally drop for anything is when it's a camping task, then I am definitely going to camping and I am almost always trying to change. If I was a parent, I always want to change to a baby before the camping task pops up. The camping night is you can make so much money or so many bucks. You're making it for camping, you're making it for sleeping, you're making it for the shower, and then you're making it for the sick task the next day. Sometimes when I start these challenges and it's going really slow, I kind of get really discouraged. But then I just force myself to keep going because eventually it only gets better. Another thing that I've really noticed is like for some reason when I'm a baby and I'm like speaking or I'm like chatting, people don't take me, like they don't listen to me as much. Where if I switch to a parent, then they'll listen to what I'm saying or they'll trade me more often, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I definitely switch back and forth between a parent and a baby like quite often, but I always try to switch back to a baby before the sleep test pops up so that I can get all that money since I have to be by a bed anyways or a crib anyways to put my pet in. We finally got our first trade. I think it's really hard for other people to understand that, hey, like I only have a cat right now. Like I only have a cat to trade, so I can't change my pet. Also, if they were reading chat or they were paying attention, then they would have saw that I was saying that I'm doing the Common to Legendary challenge and that I have a cat to trade, and that's it. So they declined the trade because I guess they were frustrated that I only had a cat to trade. Okay, well, we definitely need to start working on this house. So I'm just going to work on it like a little bit, like every time we have to come back to our house to like do our task. When I get finished with this challenge, this trading challenge, I will try to make a video with just the stuff. Like I'll edit the video like just to show like the house build so that if you want to make it or recreate it, then you can. Oh, it's a new account, so we have to make sure that we click the little box so that we can watch or we can do the like multicoloring for the furniture. Okay, to save bucks, we're just gonna take these windows and we're gonna make them extra big and we'll just change the color. We're definitely gonna try to save bucks on this house and use as much of the stuff that's already in it for our decorating. Guys, Dumb Me created this new account and I called myself britbritxyz YT for YouTube because I have my britbritxyz account and I just was like, oh, I need to have this YouTube account too. And I have this account named that, and then I was like, okay, that was really silly to do this like trading challenge, but I promise you no one noticed and no one thought one thing about it. Yay, we got another trade. Guys, are we gonna be able to trade this cat or not? I'm trying to do this Common to Legendary challenge, but we might have to just start buying eggs and trying to trade those or trade the pets that we hatch out of them. Okay, so they added this clownfish, which is actually ultra rare, which is better than our cat, which is just common. So I'm definitely accepting because I feel like it's a trade up. All right, so right after that trade, we got another trade. So let's see what they want to trade. Let's see if they want our clownfish. So they asked us if we had any offers for this mole, and I said, I'm not looking for those right now. Mostly because all I have is this clownfish and I'm not trading an ultra rare clownfish for a mole. Then I accepted the trade and then they accepted the trade. And guys, they just gave us this mole for free, which is super awesome. Guys, I know some people are like, I'm gonna do this trading challenge, but I'm not gonna accept any free pets, and that is not me. I am super happy to take any free pets, especially when I start these challenges because it is really slow going. I don't mind the look of the clownfish. In fact, I think they'd be really cute, especially if they were like a different color. So let's paint ours at the salon and see if we can get better offers since we're not trading it very easily. And then we just need to keep grinding and grinding and grinding so that we can make more bucks and keep going to the center of town to try to trade this clownfish. Like I told you before, I'm just going to work on this house just like a little tiny bit at a time. Every time we have to come back to it, I'm just going to change something about it or add something to it so that hopefully we can have a decorated house to trade soon. Guys, I spend so much time in the center of town and I type out something like very specifically. I mean, like right now I'm just doing this Common to Legendary challenge and I have a mole and a clownfish, although I put Weevil in chat and I'm not really quite sure why. I think I just got confused. But I pretty much, anytime I have downtime, I just stand in the center of town and I just try to trade. Okay, so I just realized that I haven't actually got my trading license, which I think means that I can trade, but I technically can't get a legendary pet or I can't trade legendary pets. So I'm going to go get my trading license. I always think that the trading license like they have like really good questions or like they show like the scams or whatever. And I can't understand like how so many people get scammed. Like, is it just me or does it seem like every single person has some story about how they got scammed? Oh, we got another trade. This person put in a metal ox, we put in our clownfish and our mole, and technically this wasn't going to help us with our Common to Legendary challenge, but they declined. Then we got this next trade, and this person couldn't decide if they wanted to put in a garden egg or they wanted to put in a Dracula parrot, and so we put in our pets and they declined also. All right, at this point I'm feeling pretty discouraged, but I'm going to keep going and I'm just going to go buy an egg and I'm going to hatch it and see what we're going to get. Guys, this should just prove to you that all my inventory transformation videos, they always start out really slow like this and it takes a really long time to build up your inventory. All right, so now we just need to hatch this egg. And guys, we're getting to the end of this 1 hour that I played for this first day. So we're going to hatch this egg and what we're going to come up with is a clownfish and a mole and whatever hatches out of this egg, and that's how we're going to end the video. So I hope you'll be watching out for day 2 of my newest inventory transformation. Oh my gosh, guys, of course I would hatch a camel. I have the worst luck hatching eggs. Hey guys, Brit here, welcome back. Okay, so it's day 2 of our challenge of trying to grow our inventory from nothing. So we started completely over and we're gonna see what we can get. So if you watched the last video, then you know all we have right now is we have a clownfish, we have a mole, and we have a camel. So we don't have much, but we do have this other egg that I bought yesterday, and so we're going to be hatching it to see if we can get anything good. But honestly, I always hatch like the worst things out of the eggs. So I definitely don't have my hopes up, but guys, honestly, we have the worst pets right now, so I mean, anything is gonna be okay. I don't know about you, but every time I go to the school, I always forget that sometimes on the task board, there's this task where you can train your pet, and so you can get some money, and so I'm definitely gonna check that out and see. Like I said, I usually totally forget about it, but I definitely wanna get this done. And the thing is that I'm doing this challenge on the computer, but I'm pretty sure if you're doing it on your phone, and I'm not sure about tablets, but if you're doing it on your phone, you can actually skip through most of it, and it makes it so much better. Like you can actually skip through the training of the pet trainer. Honestly, I totally forget to do this with the pet trainer on all of my pets. Like I just forget about it, and so most of them don't have all of the tricks that they can actually get. Okay, so if you remember from day 1, we're definitely going to be trying to decorate this house, and we haven't done hardly anything, and we don't have that many bucks, so we don't actually have that much to like spend on it right now. And I have no idea why I'm not playing as a baby, because usually I'm playing as a baby because I can get way more bucks. I think a lot of times when I just log in, I totally forget to switch over to a baby, and I don't have like those 1-bite foods that I really like to get. And yesterday I told you guys that my avatar is definitely walking funny and running funny, and she definitely is, and I'm not sure what it is. I think on my main account I have like the man legs, and so I'm not sure if that's what it is, but if you know, please comment down below and let me know. Also, I think I totally got distracted because we did that pet trainer thing, and now I have my clownfish out, and I really need to have that egg out so I can hatch it and see what we're gonna get. But we really need to go ahead and finish these tasks on this clownfish so we can actually get paid the bucks and not lose them. When I'm playing as a baby and I don't think the camping task is popping up very soon, then I always head to the pizza parlor so I can get one of those 1-bite foods like from the back of the pizza parlor. And they also have the water bottles there, and so I think that's why I actually go there so I can collect both of them at the same time. So I started out this challenge and I tried to do the common to legendary challenge, but it's not working out very well for me. Sometimes it works out really well, but I think I'm just spending way too much time doing the common to legendary challenge. So since it's not working this time, I think I'm gonna try to get 4 cats like I originally thought from the very beginning and try to make a neon and trade that, because that usually works well for me. So we finally hatched this egg and we got an ant. Seriously, I totally wanted to get lucky and get a legendary pet from that. But now we have an ant that we can trade for a cat so we can try to make a neon. One of the things I really like when I finally have a goal in mind, so I'm going to make this neon cat, is when I get the first cat, I can go ahead and start aging it and not feeling like I'm wasting my time aging it up. Okay, I've been so disappointed in what we've hatched out of these eggs, but I think I'm gonna try one more just to see what we can get. Surely we can get a legendary pet out of it. Or something good. And we hatched a mouse. Seriously? Okay, back to the original plan. I'm gonna age up this cat and I'm gonna try to get 3 more cats so we can make a neon. I spent so much time in the middle of town trying to trade or trying to get more cats or whatever pet I'm trying to trade. And I started adding to my very specific chat like I'm trading a mouse for a cat, and it's because I'm trying to make a neon. Sometimes I'll add things like, can you help me? And I feel like sometimes if I add like, I only need 2 more or something like that to my chat, like when I'm trying to find cats or whatever it is, I feel like people are more willing to help. And honestly, I think if people actually thought about it, I'm not in the center of town and I'm not saying like, hey, can you give me free pets? I'm actually trying to work my way up and actually make like a good inventory. So I wish people would be more helpful when other people are doing that. We finally got another trade, and so hopefully we can get another cat so we can work on making this neon. Okay, so yes, I bought another egg. Guys, I just want this to go so much easier than it's going. Like, is it too much to ask that I can just hatch something good out of this egg? And we hatched an ant. Well, at least we have 2 ants now, so we can actually make a neon cat and we can work on making a neon ant if we can get 2 more ants. Guys, I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but that cat that we just traded for that we just got was actually full grown, which is super awesome. Okay, so our new goal is to get two more ants and 2 more cats so we can make a neon ant and we can make a neon cat. This person was so awesome. They actually ended up giving us 2 cats for free. So we're already halfway to our goal. Now we just need 2 more ants to get to our goal. All right, guys. So at the end of day 2, we have 4 cats that we can make a neon. We have 2 ants. So we're going to try to get 2 more. And we have a camel and we have a clownfish still. You're not going to believe what pets we end up getting out of this challenge. So I hope you'll join me for day 3. It's day 3 of our inventory transformation of starting over from nothing. So today I'm going to focus on aging up these cats so we can make a neon cat. Guys, the first couple days of an inventory transformation are absolutely super kind of boring. Because there's not much going on, you don't have very good pets, and all you need to do is grind. Starting day 3, we have 4 cats, 1 of them's fully grown. We have 2 ants, so we need to try to get 2 more ants today, and we have a clownfish and a mouse. After catching up on any task that I need to do, I'm going to head to the center of town and see if this server is worth staying in. It looks like there's quite a few people, not like super overwhelming, like too many people, but enough. I type out my message that we're looking for 2 ants because we're trying to make a neon. We only need 2 more. And then when I type this into chat, I will copy it so I can just copy and paste every single time so I can say the same thing every time in chat. Then for the most part, I'm just going to be going to the center of town anytime I don't have any tasks so that I can put this in chat. And then also I'm going to be grinding and doing every single task that pops up on my pet. Of course, I'm playing as a baby so that I can get as many bucks as possible. So I'll be posting my message when I'm in the center of town, and when I'm around town grinding, I'll be posting my message as well. Since the hospital task popped up soon after I got on and I knew I was going to be playing for at least an hour, I went ahead and went to the hospital and collected some of the golden apples. I don't always do this. It really depends. If I know I'm going to be grinding like a really long time and it's just me and a pet, then I will definitely go get the golden apples. But if I'm grinding with a bunch of alts, then I won't take the time because it's just easier to go to the hospital and have them all healed by the doctor at the same time. Since I've saved up enough bucks and I know I'm going to be playing on this count for quite a while, I'm actually going to buy a lure today so that I can check it every time I log in and actually get the rewards from it. There's always something in the lure every 4 hours, so if I'm not getting money, or bucks, which is usually what's in there, I might get a pet, or if I get really lucky, then I'll get an age-up potion. I definitely think the lures are worth the money, so if you have 750 bucks or you can save it up, it's definitely worth it if you play Adopt Me very often. Remember to be updating your profile as you're playing so that you're always keeping it up to date so people know what pets you have to trade. Since we just started, I'm definitely going to put when I started playing so when people look at my profile, they can see that I just started. So I actually really did just start. I'm not just saying that. I actually really love some of these stats that they'll let you add to your profile, like the how long have you been playing and how many pets do you have and different things like that. I just find it really interesting. I also really love to check out other people's profiles, but something that drives me absolutely crazy is when people don't have their profile set up. I'm a big believer in everybody should set up their profile because almost everybody has pets that they want to trade or pets that they're looking for. I have a whole video on how to set up your profile so that you can get better trades. And I find myself a lot of times because I'll get bored and Adopt Me, like just standing there like waiting for trades or to grind, is I like to look at other people's profiles and check them out, and it just, I don't know, I find it really interesting. Yay, we finally got a trade. Our first trade of the day. I hope we can get these 2 ants that we're looking for. Okay, so they put in 2 ants, so they definitely have the 2 ants that we're looking for. And then I know some people say you shouldn't act really excited, but I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, yay. And then this person was so nice, they actually offered to give us these 2 ants for free. Guys, we are actually getting really lucky with people giving us pets that we're looking for free. But honestly, if I saw someone and I was on my main account and they were looking for ants because they were trying to make a neon or a mouse or anything like that, like the low tiers, like the commons, I would definitely give them to them for free because I would much rather see these people working to try to make neons than begging for free pets. Okay, so we have a lot of grinding to do now because we have 2 neons to make, and so we also need bucks. and so I'm going to start getting some jobs. I'm actually working at the pizza parlor and I'm making pizzas, and I actually love that adoptme does this where you can actually go into the pizza parlor and get a job, and it's very interactive. It actually makes getting a job there way more fun than say at the school. I wish they would have more things like at the school. Like, could we put books on the shelf or something, or teach a class? If you do decide to get a job, then definitely make sure that you're changing back to a baby so that you can get those tasks. Today I'm just grinding, and then I'm getting jobs so I can get those bucks, and I'm doing just a little bit of changes to my house because remember, I'm trying to decorate my house so that I can be able to trade it. So I got a job at the salon, and then I got a job at the hospital, and I even tried out sweeping the floor and mopping the floor. And then Kitty and me took a little break and we went and jumped on the trampoline at the playground. Then I was getting really bored, so I decided to go buy another egg just to try our luck one more time, or another time. I hatched that egg and I got an ant, so now we have that to trade. Then I fully aged up this cat, and so now we have, at the end of day 3, we have 4 cats, 3 of them are full grown, we have 5 ants, we have a clownfish, and we have a mouse. Hey guys, it's day 4 of our inventory transformation. We're going to collect something from our lure, and we're going to get $100, so that's awesome. Today we're going to try to focus on aging up our cat so that we can hopefully make a neon. Also, I really need to work on this house because I haven't really done a whole lot at all. And if you're interested in the end, I'm going to try to put together a video of the house build. At first, I was trying to include it in these videos, but it just didn't make sense because it was just too much. So sometimes you'll see me building, but sometimes I'm just going to skip through that. I also am really, really thankful for this, I think it's bonus bucks or something like that. I'm not sure, where they have the extra task on the task board. I just love that adoptme added that because it's just an extra way to make bucks. Okay, so I'm going to be trying to decorate this house, and I'm going to try to make this little grinding center. I just know that I appreciate so much being able to just teleport to my house and be able to get right to grinding. Sometimes it's really hard to be kind of creative. I mean, I really do enjoy building, but don't judge me because I know I'm not a master builder or anything like that. So after collecting some food and water for our grinding, we actually went to the center of town, and this very nice person actually traded us. And guys, I promise you this is not always how my challenges go, but this person was so sweet, and they actually saw, I guess, that we just started, and so they offered to give us some stuff for free. But we are definitely not going to turn down free stuff. But guys, one of these things is so weird, and I don't know. I don't know if any of you guys has this book of binding leash or something like that, but it is the strangest thing to me. Every time that the task pops up where you use a leash, where you take your pet on a walk, and since I have this one leash, it always asks me to use that if I want the cravings thing or the extra bucks. And I do use it because I do want the extra bucks, but it's just, I don't know, it's just weird to me. I really don't like that leash. We are so thankful for this girl that gave us that stuff for free though. So now we have this extra pet, the swordfish, that we can put in our profile. And I'm also going to put these stickers, even though I don't think that they're probably worth much. I don't know much about the stickers because I'm not really into trading the stickers, but we'll see. Sometimes when I'm grinding and I'm bored, I get distracted by watching other people's trades. And then I went to the school to get a job, and I think getting a job at the school is one of the most boring jobs in adoptme. Then of course we had to go to the campground to do all those tasks. I love the camping night. I love all the extra bucks. And if you're like me, I'm always watching the clock. So at 27 and 57 is when the camping test pops up. And so I'm always kind of or most of the time anyways, I'm ready for it. Then back to the center of town to try to trade. And of course we got ran over. How many times does that happen to you guys? And here I am getting run over again and again and again. But here's a little trick. If you guys didn't know, if you put on your skates, then they won't run over you and you won't really move too much. So at first, I think I was saying that I was still doing the common to legendary challenge for a swordfish. And then I was trying to be very specific, and I need your 3 show ponies for a swordfish, which is ultra rare. And then we got this trade, and they put in a golden ladybug. And so I was trying to offer a bunch of stuff for it, but I definitely didn't think they were going to take this trade, but I just thought I would try. I was even willing to give away the 5 ants that we had that I was going to try to make a neon because it would definitely be worth it if we were going to get this legendary. legendary. Then they changed the pet on us, and I definitely didn't want to trade for that. So they declined though. Next, I tried to try my luck, I guess, at a pet egg. So a little step up from the cracked egg that we'd been getting. So we actually hatched a zebra out of that, which was actually better than the ant and the mouse that we had hatched before. So now we have a zebra to add to our inventory and to add to what we can trade. Then I decided to go back and work on my house a little bit, although I'm really try hard to like do all the tasks for my pets and for me so that I'm always collecting the bucks, because to me that's the most important thing. I was trying to add these beams like to the doorways and then like a little piece of artwork like between the two doorways, but I wasn't exactly sure like what I was going to do there. I just want to give this house like a little bit of like interest, I guess. I don't actually watch like a lot of like builders from adoptme, although I probably should, but I do love to go into people's houses and just see like what creative things that they've come up with. But I do remember this one video I watched, and the one thing that I took away from the builder, like what she said was like try to make everything like really crowded, which is really hard for me because I don't really like it really crowded. But I think when it's really crowded, then maybe you just don't notice everything as much. All right, guys, that's the end of day 4, and we still are working on our cat so we can make a neon. It's day 5 of our inventory transformation. Today is all about finishing up this last cat so we can finally make our first neon cat, or our first neon. We only got 10 bucks out of our lure today, which was kind of disappointing, but that's okay. I always think something is better than nothing. I'm actually pretty happy with how many bucks that I've saved up so far, so I can definitely start working on my house a little bit more. Doing all these tasks for my pet and for me when I'm playing as a baby is definitely paying off, plus sometimes we're getting a job, and so that's helping as well. When I'm doing these inventory transformations, I'm definitely not skipping any task at all. I need to complete every single task for my pet because I want to age them up as fast as possible. I love looking at other people's inventories and just seeing what cool pets they have, but also just remembering that pretty soon I'm going to have some pretty good pets as well. Guys, I just have to keep reminding myself this will all be worth it. I'm not kidding. Every single time I've done an inventory transformation, I'm absolutely amazed by the pets that I end up with. I actually really enjoy grinding in adoptme. In fact, that's all I used to do in adoptme was grind for the most part, and I didn't really trade that much. These challenges are so much fun because it gives me something to do in adoptme. Like, it's not boring. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's definitely kind of boring grinding sometimes, like especially all the pets that I need to grind and age up. But I absolutely love the challenge of starting out with nothing and getting something or getting a better inventory. As you can see, this server just does not have that many people on it. I definitely should have left the server like almost just right away as soon as I got on, but I didn't for this day, and one of the reasons is because I just really wanted to focus on grinding, and with nobody in the server, I'm definitely not distracted by all the other people. I usually like to go to the center of town as soon as I get on a server just so I can check how good the server is and if I should stay or not. We did get this trade, and I really would have taken any of these pets over the pets that I actually have. Anytime you can get a ride pet, people just really like ride or fly pets, so it doesn't really matter what it is for the most part. So any of those would have been good. Plus, 2 of those pets are actually legendary, so that would have been awesome to add to our inventory. But with my crummy pets, there was no way we were going to get any of those. Something else that I feel like these challenges do is they really help you to learn values, especially of the lower tier pets. I mean, I definitely use like trading websites just to check the value of pets, but it's really helped, and it's really helped me find like what pets definitely do not trade easy. Like in one of my challenges, I had a Capricorn and it took me forever to trade it. Another pet is the golden tortoise that's like a legendary. It is also really difficult to trade. And those Dracula parrots, if you remember from one of my other inventory transformations, I ended up trying to get a 4th one so I could make a neon because they were so difficult to trade, and luckily the neon was easier to trade. And now we have that swordfish, and it's really difficult to trade. The only thing it has going for it is it's an ultra rare, and so it's worth a little bit more than maybe some some of the other pets, but not much. Mostly what I look for when I'm looking for pets, like to make neon or to just get in general, is try to get the cute pets because they're way easier to trade. Guys, please don't think that I should try to tell you what pets you want to collect, because you should collect the pets that you want to have in Adopt Me. I'm just trying to tell you like what pets I've had a difficult time trying to trade. We are getting so close to having this last cat aged up, and I just cannot wait to make a neon cat. Then I'm going to start working on the ants and aging those up so that we can make a neon ant. Yay, guys, we finally have this last cat aged up. So we're making our neon cat so the next time we get on for day 6, we can actually try to trade a neon. Hey guys, it's day 6 of our inventory transformation. We finally have a neon cat that we can trade, and we're starting on our ants. So today I'm going to be working on aging up these ants and also trying to trade this neon cat. I'm also going to be trying to decorate this house a little bit more so we can hopefully get that for trade. In between doing the task, I spent some time in the center of town trying to trade this neon cat. This server is definitely a lot busier than the server we were in yesterday, which hopefully means good luck for us in trading our neon cat. Even though I want to do some trading, I definitely want to make sure I'm doing every single task for me and my pet. I want to age up these ants as quick as possible so we can make another neon to trade. I decided to switch to a parent before I go back to the center of town to try to trade because I just feel like people can see me easier and it's just easier to trade, or people, I don't know, they just notice me more. I'm also going to try to hold the neon cat so people can see what it looks like because it's so cute, and then hopefully they'll want to trade me. But at the same time, I'm going to be watching the clock because I definitely want to pull out the ant so that I can be aging it up so I don't miss like too many of the tasks. We finally got a trade, so we're going to put in our neon cat, and they offered us a ride neon ox. I would definitely accept this trade, even though I know the oxes are really hard to trade. It definitely is better than our neon cat. But they declined the trade before we could even accept. Then we got another trade and we put in our neon cat, and then they put in like a paint sealer and a frankenfeline, which is definitely not as good as our cat, so we're going to decline. Then back to grinding with our ant. And as a baby. Okay guys, here's a little helpful hint when you're grinding. If you're doing one of the main tasks for the day, like such as going to the salon or the pizza parlor or something like that, and your pet has one of those question marks next to it or above its head, then wait until that daily task is complete before you click on the question mark before you pick the task that you want them to do next. Because sometimes you'll get lucky and it'll just be a repeat, like you can choose a repeat of the one you just did. So since we're at the salon, we can click on our ant and we can choose salon again, and then we can just stay there and they can complete another task and get a lot more bucks without even having to go anywhere. Then I finally added some pianos to my house so that we could complete the playground task while we're at home. Then this house definitely needs like a little kitchen area, so I started to work on that. I chose this darker pinker color. It's kind of like a raspberry or something, or maybe like a magenta. I just love pink, so I have a really difficult time decorating a house that isn't pink or has a lot of pink in it. Then I did some more grinding on my ant, then back to the center of town, and then more house decorating. I wanted to put in like a table or like this little island with some bar stools. And I actually spent a lot of time decorating my house this day because I really wanted to get it done so that I could get it for trade, so I could see if we could get any good pets. Then we got this trade for our neon cat, but honestly, I just wasn't really happy with this, so I declined the trade. Then I decided to put that I'm trading a neon cat in my name so that maybe when I'm grinding, people will see that and try to trade me. After that, I put in this window and a little backsplash above our kitchen cabinets. So this is the end of day 6 and on to day 7. Okay guys, for day 7, we must get this neon cat traded. And after a lot of grinding and a lot of decorating, we finally got this trade for our neon cat. They offered us a legendary golden walrus, which is worth way more than our neon cat. Guys, this is going to be our first legendary that we've got during this challenge. I'm so excited that we finally got a legendary and we finally traded that neon cat. So now we just need to work on our ants, like aging them up so we can make another neon to trade. The rest of day 7, I just focused on decorating the house mainly and doing grinding on the ants. It's day 8 of our inventory transformation. So we finally have a legendary of the golden walrus. We're working on making a neon ant, and we need to start thinking about what the next neon is that we're going to be working on. We already have 1 zebra, so I'm thinking that we just try to collect some more zebras, 3 more, so that we can make a neon zebra after we're done with our ant. I also need to continue working on the house because I would really like to get this house listed for trade. So after completing some tasks and collecting some food and drink for the today we're going to head to the center of town to try to get those zebras. We still have a clownfish, a swordfish, an ant, and a mouse that we can be trading to try to get these zebras. So I type out my message that I'm trading a swordfish that's ultra rare for 2 zebras that are rare. This server looks like it has quite a few people that are running around, and so that's really good for trying to trade. We quickly got this trade, but they only had 1 zebra, and I would have rather had the zebra instead of the swordfish, so I asked them if there were any other pets that they had that they could possibly add to the trade. So they added a garden snake, a mole, and a donkey. None of those pets are worth anything, but it's better than nothing. And hopefully we can take those pets and try to get more zebras. So I'm going to add those pets to my profile so that my profile is always up to date. Right after that, the camping task popped up, and you know me, I do not want to miss the camping task. I feel like I have the main room of this house like set up the way that I want to, but now I just need to add like a bunch of details to make it look more busy or to fill it in. I'll be adding curtains to all the windows, but I don't like how the top of the curtain like ends or finishes or something, and so I like to add these beams to just like match with it. It just makes the window look better to me. So something I wanted to ask you guys is on my main account and on a lot of my alt accounts, I turn off the like party invitations. But on this account, I actually left it on and I've been going to some of the parties. But honestly, I find that it really kind of just wastes my time, like why I should be grinding. So I'm just really curious if you guys keep your party invitations on, and if you do and you go to the parties, if you find it like worthwhile, like do you ever find that it actually like was worth your time? So I would just love to hear what you guys think about it, because I definitely wanted to have a party when I got my house done, but I didn't realize that the tiny home is too tiny and it won't let you have a party there. But when I do get some bigger houses to decorate, and if I want to trade them, then I think, is the party worth it? I really hope that you guys learned something from my videos, but at the same time, I learned so much from you guys, so thank you for that. I just love reading all your comments, and I love getting your tips too. Okay, I don't know how you guys are gonna feel about this, but I almost can't stand trading without having a trading stand. So I decided to get a trading stand for this account for this trading challenge. If you guys watched my video on how to get better trades, one of the tips was to buy a trading stand. Yes, the trading stands do actually cost Robux, but you can also trade for them. And if you follow along and you've made it this far into the video, then I'm going to be giving you guys a chance to win a trading stand. So in a week, on February 14th or Valentine's Day of 2025, I'm going to be giving away 3 trading stands to one of you guys, or to 3 of you. So all you have to do to get entered to win a trading stand is to comment down below with your Roblox username. And then I also need you to find me on Roblox, britbritxyz, and send me a friend request. That way I can find you if you are one of the winners. I will announce the winners on my community post on February 14th, so be watching. Because as always, you will only have 3 days to claim your prize. So I posted in chat that I was trading a mouse and a garden snake for a zebra, and I finally got this trade. This person was so kind, and probably because I just started, they told me that they were going to give me the zebra for free. Okay, so we still need 1 more zebra, so we'll have enough to be able to make a neon. So I did a lot more grinding, and then we got this offer for our golden walrus, but I wasn't too happy about this for the golden walrus, but I really wanted that zebra. So I asked them if I could just offer for the zebra, and they said okay, and then I added some pets. And they actually only took 1 pet away, and I'm very happy with this trade. So we finally got the 4th zebra that we need to make our next neon, and we got quite a few pets to be able to trade for other things. So I updated my profile to show those new pets that we got. Guys, remember that book of binding leash that I was talking about from earlier that was so weird? Well, here it is in use. It just seems so weird. I'm not sure why. Next, I headed over to the petware shop so I could see if there was any petware on sale that I could buy that I could try to trade. Guys, the petware actually gets updated every 3 days, and sometimes you can find some really good things in there, like some really good petware that people really like and they're looking for, so that you can put it in your profile that you have it for trade. I even bought some petware boxes just to have in my inventory to add to a trade to just make it seem like it's a better trade. After that, I headed to my house to finish some tasks and to do some decorating. We got this trade where someone was offering again for our golden walrus. They offered a dragonfly, which is actually not as good as our golden walrus, and I'm not sure why people don't like the dragonfly because I think it's actually kind of a cute pet, but I knew it wasn't more valuable than our golden walrus, so I declined the trade. I don't show every single trade that I get on here. I mean, every single offer that I get for my pets, but I think that sometimes you guys don't believe me that I do get really bad offers for my pets, and I just wait for the good trades. And here, that was a perfect example of that. And here we are aging up our third ant to full grown, and now we can start on our fourth ant so we can make that neon. Then I got this totally random trade. I think this person just wanted to trade, but they added an ice cube, and I think those are so cute. So if you read the chat, you'll see that this person only really has like 6 pets. They already had an ant, and we actually had 2 extra ants. So I explained to them how to make a neon, and since we are already making a neon ant, I really didn't want to make another neon ant. So I traded them my ants for their ice cube, and they added some cats because I thought, you know, making a neon cat goes really quick, like quicker than anything else really. Then I did some more grinding, and then we got a couple more offers for our golden walrus, but neither one of them was actually worth the golden walrus. Then we got this trade for our clownfish. We actually got 2 ice cubes and 3 ants. And then right after that, we got this trade where this person had an ice cube, and so we traded our Ratatasker, is that what it's called? And now we have 4 ice cubes that we can make a neon also. I feel like we accomplished so much in day 8. It's day 9 of our inventory transformation. I did not have as much time today to play for day 9, so that's why I added day 9 and 10 together. I think for day 9, I only played for maybe 30 minutes. I just had this first ice cube out because I just think it's so cute and I just wanted to see it for a little bit. But we definitely need to finish aging up our last ant so we could go ahead and make our neon ant. Our 4th ant is actually so close to being full grown so we can make that neon. So I started grinding, and then we got this trade. This was actually a really low value offer for our golden walrus. It seems like this golden walrus is actually a lot harder to trade than I thought it would be. And I'm really surprised because it actually has pretty good value. When I look at pet value websites, I actually look at the pet without it being ride or fly, even if it is ride or fly, just so I can see what the value is without ride and fly, and then what it changes the value to. Because obviously a dog is one of the lowest value pets that you can get in the game. And obviously when you make a pet ride or fly, it actually increases the value almost all of the time. But I just like to see how much it increases the value. And then this is our second trade that we got for our golden walrus, and this was not a fair trade, so I told them no thank you and declined the trade. Then this was crazy because next we got this trade, and this person actually put some pretty good pets in, and then they said free, and I was like, what? And then they declined the trade, and I'm like, why do people do that? It just really makes no sense to me why people waste their time to do that. Okay, so back to grinding our ant, and here again we got that question mark above our pet's head, so we're definitely gonna wait until this daily task is done of being at the beach and see if we can get beach again. Guys, this does not always happen, but if you get lucky, it does. Or at least I always feel really lucky because you actually make more money doing these daily tasks because it's a yellow task. And yes, we were able to choose beach again. That's awesome. Okay, so then I headed back to my house, and I need to work on this bedroom and also the bathroom next door so that we can finish up this house. It seems like it's taking forever. Then I headed to the pizza parlor so we can finish up these last tasks on this ant so it can finally be full grown so we can finally make our neon. Then I headed over to the neon cave so I can make this ant neon. Now the question is, should we work on our zebra or should we work on our ice cubes? I think I definitely want to work on the ice cubes because I can't wait to have a neon ice cube. So now we have this neon ant to trade, so I definitely wanted to update my profile. Then I got this party invitation, and remember yesterday I was asking you guys do you actually go to the parties? Is it worth your time? So I decided to check out this party just to see what it was, and mainly because it said the first person to the party gets lots of pets. So I thought I definitely want to be the one to get there first. But when I showed up to the party, I was not the first one there. But I did see that the host was in this trade, and so I was watching the trade. And guys, I was so disappointed. I want these pets. I want a pig. I want a hamster. I'll take any free pets. So I was feeling pretty sorry for myself that I was the last one to the party and told myself that the next time I'm definitely going to be first. But then this happened. That person logged off that was having the party, and everybody was kicked out and kicked to the street. And pretty much that sums up my party experiences. I feel like most of the time when I accept an invite or I go to the party, that's what happens. It just seems like there's a lot of people like wasting my time or trying to scam me. So that's the end of day 9 and on to day 10. For day 10, we were able to get $10 out of our lure, which is not much, but I guess it's something. Then I need to make sure to keep up with all my tasks that I need to complete on my pet. I went to the center of town to make sure that the server was worth staying in, and there are a lot of people in the server. I of course worked on my house, and I definitely need to get this bathroom. Like I need to get all the stuff, like the main stuff, like where it should go. Then I can start adding in some stuff to just make it look more like a bathroom. I definitely wanted to keep the theme like throughout with the big windows and the curtains on the windows for this house. I can tell you that I am not a fan of the tiny homes or any really like small home. I just find it really hard to get everything in there that's supposed to be in there and to look right. On my main account, actually, I prefer like the houses that are big, wide, and open, but definitely on all my alts, I have these tiny homes with these little like grinding areas. If you remember from the first video, I told you I don't really usually decorate my homes of like my alt accounts, but I think it would be so awesome if we were able to trade this house for something like a really good pet or more than one pet. But I think I'm really hoping for like neons or megas, but I don't know if that's possible. We'll just have to see. So we did get this trade where this person put in a neon ghost, but then they declined the trade and I'm like, why did you waste my time? You're the one that offered for the neon ant. I definitely would have rather had the neon ghost because I think it would have been easier to trade. Okay, so I tried to buy another pet egg just to see what we would get. So I went ahead and did all the tasks on it, and it was finally time for it to hatch. We got a poodle. Then I listed my house for trade even though it's not completely finished because I just wanted to see like what other people thought. So this girl followed me back to my house so that she could check it out so she could maybe offer. And she offered us a neon ant and a neon dog, which was okay. But honestly, I was really hoping for more, and so I told her no thank you. Anytime I go and grind, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many people in this server. I'm so surprised that we're not getting more offers to trade today. But some days, that's just how it goes. Sometimes there's just no offers. There's no trades. So pretty much for day 10, like the rest of day 10, I just tried to decorate the house. Like I was working on this little like picture or whatever that's like above this little table. And then I think I added some like candles and like a little tray to the table. And guys, that pretty much sums up day 10. It's day 11 of our inventory transformation. Shortly after I got on for the day, we got this trade, and I definitely wasn't going to accept this. But I do, however, absolutely love these gift sack pogos. They were available for trade during the Christmas event, and I just think they're the coolest things. I actually bought a couple on my main account because I'm really hoping at some point I can have little like sack races or something. I just think it would be so fun and so funny. So today I actually put my house for trade like a lot of times. The reason I say it like that is because you can't decorate your house like while it's up for trade. After working on my house, I really wish adoptme would change this because I constantly find things that I need to change or add to my house, and I can't do it unless I take it off for trade. I actually worked on my house a lot today, and I really focused on like adding little details everywhere. I kind of have this like little like flower theme going, and so I kind of like try to do it in a couple different areas. I'm not sure that I could actually like decorate houses all the time. I know there's some people that like just focus on that or they just do it a lot. But I think it would just be difficult to come up with new ideas. I really think that adoptme needs to focus on adding so much more stuff to be able to decorate with. Every time I go to search for something that I think should be there, it's not there, and I'm like, what in the world? So I finally headed to the center of town to check it out and just see how the server was, and to put up my trading stand. Usually this is one of the first things that I do when I get on a server, but I was kind of just really wanted to get that stuff done on my house. This seems like a good server to be on, and we got this trade almost as soon as we put up our trading stand. And right afterwards, this message popped up where it said the server is closing. I'm not exactly sure why, but this seems to happen a lot lately. Then when we got back on, we got this trade. This is actually an alright trade. But honestly, I'm looking for just a little bit more. These ultra rares are just like okay ultra rares. They're not necessarily difficult to trade, but they do take a little bit of time to trade. Then I definitely started spending a lot of time in the center of town saying that I was trading this tiny home. And I did this a lot. When I went home, I actually got this party invitation and someone was trading their house. So I thought since I'm almost done with my house, I might want to think about trying to get another house. One of the things I was thinking about was that if I get a bigger house, then I can possibly throw a party and have other people come and look at my house when it's for trade. So I was actually the only person that showed up to the party. So I walked through the house, but all I could keep thinking about this time was, oh my gosh, this is going to take a lot of decorating. So it's going to take way more time than I've already spent on my tiny home. And honestly, I have no idea what to offer for a house. And then that made me think, oh my gosh, I don't even really have any extra pets that I can offer for this house. So I definitely need to be growing my inventory so I have extra pets. While I was on that home tour, I missed a lot of tasks on my pet, and I do not want to do that. So I was definitely trying to catch up on all the tasks. By the time I got back to the center of town, it just seemed like there wasn't that many people in this server anymore. So I decided to switch servers and see if we could find more people. I know a lot of you are thinking, oh, you should go to a rich server, but I actually think it's easier to trade in a not rich server. I have low tier pets, and people in rich servers are not looking for low tier pets. So this server actually looks like there's less people in it than the other one. But we're gonna go ahead and put up our trading stand and just see how it is. We got this trade, and this person started adding in a bunch of gifts. And that is definitely not what I want to trade my neon for. Then they added a legendary golden dragon, and I definitely would have accepted that trade, except they declined before I could. Then we got this trade, and they added a legendary firefly, and I actually really like these. And they're actually Robux pets. Honestly, I would love to have a mega of this firefly on my main account. So I tried to add a bunch of pets that I don't actually need to make one of my neons. And then they switched out the legendary for a sticker, and I definitely wasn't going to accept that. Then when we went to the campground, I'm like, where did all these people come from? It seemed like the server was way busier than I had thought before. And I realized I haven't even been looking at the task on the taskboard to see if I could get some extra bucks. So I checked it out, and there was one that I could easily do, which was give an item to someone else, like to another player. So awesome, I was able to get some extra bucks easily. I got this trade for my neon ant. It was a golden unicorn, and I definitely was going to accept this. And guys, they declined. I just don't even understand why they offered that if they were going to decline. Then I had someone else come to my house and take a tour, but they didn't even offer. We were finally able to trade our neon ant, and we got another neon, which I think will actually be easier to trade because I think they're a lot cuter than the ants. Alright guys, that pretty much sums up day 11. It's day 12 of our inventory transformation. Almost as soon as I got on, I got this trade for our neon, and they offered a ride sloth. Then they added a garden egg, and I told them no thank you. So then they decided to switch up the pets that they were offering. They added a toasty red panda, which those are really easy to trade most of the time. And then they added a legendary berry cube. So I definitely accepted because I was thinking the berry cubes are probably pretty easy to trade, and it was a legendary. Then almost as soon as I put that toasty red panda in my trading stand, we got another trade. They offered us a gingerbread mouse, which I think they're really cute, but I think they're harder to trade than the toasty red pandas, so I declined. This server seems to be pretty good because we're getting pretty awesome trades already. So I updated my profile, then I did some tasks, and then I listed my house for trade. Then I had to use the dreaded book of binding leash that you guys know I really dislike. I should probably just give this thing away, but I don't think I have any other leashes, and so it's pretty easy to do that task when it asks me to. Then we accepted this party invitation, so we're gonna see what this is all about. It says that it's a money party, and I don't really know what that means. There are actually quite a few people that showed up for this party, and it must be because it was a money party and everyone wants money. Or to find out exactly what does that mean. Almost as soon as we got there, we were asked to join the family, and so I did. Then I have never heard of this before, but the host of the party that owns the house actually said, "Hi kids, pick a room. And if you want me to decorate your room, just give me some bucks and I'll redecorate it for you." Very interesting. This is kind of a crazy way to get someone else to pay to have you build their house. So I left the party because I'm like, no thank you, I don't want to spend bucks to decorate your house. Then I got caught up on my task, and then I went to the center of town. I switched out my pet in my trading stand because I like to do that often just to mix it up if I'm not getting any offers. We got this trade, and they added a fly ride red squirrel, which are so cute, so I was trying to add like a bunch of random pets and stuff to the trade to see if they would accept, but I didn't think they would, and they ended up declining. Next, we got this totally random trade, but I think they were just looking for the Dracula fish, and I really didn't care, so I did this trade. Then we got this offer for our berry cube, which I have to keep reminding myself that this is a legendary pet because I keep thinking that it's ultra rare and I'm not sure why. They added an ultra rare and then maybe like a common, and so I declined the trade. I feel like I've really been trying to trade this like tiny home today. I've been spamming chat anytime we're like at a task or we're in the center of town. I finally found someone that was interested in coming to look at it, and she really liked it, and so I was pretty excited. And then she actually gave us an offer, but I don't know, guys. I don't know what we should be looking for. Like, I don't know what I'm waiting for, but I just haven't got enough yet, I think. Someone in the comments of another video suggested that we go to a rich trading server to trade our house, and I actually think that's a really good idea. And you guys know that the reason that I'm not in a rich trading server right now is because my pets are like just so low tier. So maybe at some point we should just go to the rich trading server and try to trade our house. We got this random trade and it was a ride pet, and so I was trying to offer for it, but they weren't too interested. The only reason I wanted it is mainly because it's a ride and those are really easier to trade. But they of course ended up declining, and I don't blame them. I probably should have just offered a little bit more. Then I headed over to the petware shop because it's been a couple days just to see if there was anything, and I did pick up a couple things that I could add to my profile. I just feel like I don't have enough pets, and like I just need things to fill up my profile a little bit so people are interested in trading me a little bit more. We were able to age up this ice cube like to post-teen. As soon as I get my pets aged up to post-teen, I always star them in my inventory. And I feel like it helps me like feel like I'm getting something accomplished. Like, oh, you're almost there. You've almost got this pet to full grown. We got this offer for our legendary berry cube, and I wasn't too excited about this neon because they're very easy to find, the chocolate labs. But it was fly ride, and then they put in this panda, this neon panda that's fly ride, and so I definitely would have accepted this. But then they asked me if I could add all my pets so they could look at them, and then they were taking pets away while I was adding pets. And so eventually I think I just declined, but sometimes these trades just take up so much of your time. It's like such a waste of time. Okay guys, remember when we went to that money party earlier and I joined that family when we got there? Well, all of a sudden randomly this girl comes and she teleports to me and then she picks me up, and that just drives me absolutely crazy. So I immediately left the family. I don't know why, but I just do not like to play adoptme like as a baby and be in a family and have someone pick me up and carry me around. Next we got this trade and they added all these random pets, and one of them was a bandicoot, which is pretty cute. So I added my camel and I was pretty excited to get like 4 pets for one. Especially since what we were trading was just a camel, and now I have more pets to put in my profile to trade. We are so close to the end of the day, and we got this trade where they added a parakeet, which I don't really like those. But then they added these winter fawns, and I just think they're so cute. And there were 3 of them, and so I definitely wanted them because then I just need one more and I can make a neon winter fawn, and they're just so cute. So I updated my profile to say that we're looking for a winter fawn, so hopefully we can get a 4th one so we can make a neon. Can I just say that I am loving coming back to this house that we created? It is so much better than the other houses that my alts usually have. We are just getting so many trades today. We got this trade, and their pets are just a lot cuter than ours, so I definitely did this trade. Remember, for the most part, I think the cute pets are the easiest to trade. Remember that bandicoot that we got from earlier? Well, this person was looking for one, and they put in that 4th winter fawn that we need and an ash zebra, which I think those are super cute. So I definitely accepted this trade. And now we have 4 winter fawns that we can make a neon next. Then we were able to age up this ice cube to full grown today. So at the end of day 12, we have 2 legendaries. We have 4 ice cubes that we're working to make a neon. We have 4 zebras that we can make a neon, and we have 4 winter fawns now that we can make a neon. It's day 13 and 14 of our inventory transformation. That means at the end of this video, we will have been working on our inventory for 2 weeks now. I'm very curious to find out how long each one of you guys has been playing Adopt Me. So could you head on over to my post tab and vote? And let me know how long you've been playing. I don't know why, but I feel like day 13 and 14 were just a lot of grinding. We got this trade, and I don't know, I just feel like the berry cube is probably worth more than the kraken. Then we got this offer for our house. I actually think that this claw machine stroller is actually really cute, but not worth my house. So they offered these 3 strollers, and then I was like, no thank you. And then they added a cube friend, and I'm like, definitely no thank you. And then I was just grinding, because remember, we're working on these ice cubes so we can make a neon. Then we got quite a few offers for our berry cube friends, but none of them were worth the berry cube friend. I was definitely looking for another legendary or like neons or something like that. Then a lot more grinding. And then we got this trade. I think they were looking for garden snakes, so that was awesome. So this is actually the 2nd cat that we have right now. So this really made me think about making a neon cat next because they're so much quicker than these rares are. Then finally we got this golden chow chow offered to us for our berry cube friend. The golden chow chow is legendary and it's worth a lot. So I was definitely excited to accept this trade. After that trade, I updated my profile because I always want to keep it up to date. Then I caught up on my task, and while we were at the school catching up on our task, we actually got this totally random trade. Guys, this person was actually looking for a weevil. This is exactly why you should always update your profile and even put those pets that you don't think anybody wants in your profile for trade. Just on day 13, we traded a garden snake because someone was looking for it, and now a weevil because someone was looking for it. We got this offer for our golden walrus, and yeah, I wasn't gonna accept this, so I told them no thank you. Guys, I hope these videos prove to you that everybody gets really crummy trades. Like everybody tries to offer really low tier things for even your good pets. So it definitely happens to all of us, and you just have to wait for the good trades. So remember yesterday when I ended up in that family because I went to that house? Well, the same kind of thing just happened to me. I was just doing some grinding and this person asked me to be in their family, and I thought, yeah, sure, why not? And then as soon as I accepted, they picked me up and it looked like they were gonna throw me overboard off the bridge. So I quickly left the family before I got all wet. Guys, does this ever happen to you? This makes me so happy that adoptme changed that, where you have to be in the same family for someone to be able to pick you up as a baby. We had the same person try to trade for our house 4 different times. I swear they were just putting the same pets in different orders every time. I know how hard these Dracula parrots are to trade. They are so hard to trade. Then we got an offer for our golden chow chow, but I'd much rather have the golden chow chow than the frost claw. I went to check out this house because I accepted the invitation just to see what someone else would be trading when they're trading their house. Guys, I'm not sure I've even been to a house I don't think I've got an invitation to a party where I went to a house and it was actually completely decorated. Is that what you guys find, that people are just trading houses but they don't even have them decorated yet? Next, we had the same person try to offer 2 different times for our golden chow chow. The golden chow chow is legendary and this tan chow chow is only ultra rare. And the ginger cats are just okay ultra rares. I'm definitely looking for another legendary or some neons for this legendary golden chow chow. Then we got an offer of this rye gingerbread mouse, which you guys know I think's cute, but again, I want a legendary or some neons. And then remember, I'm always doing a lot of grinding in the background. And also remember that I'm still looking for 2 cats so that I can have 4 so I can make a neon after I finish this ice cube. So here's a trade for the 3rd cat that we need. Now we just need 1 more. So I decided to update my profile to say that I'm looking for another cat. And we got our last cat pretty quickly. So now I need to update my profile and delete that I'm looking for a cat, or we will get all kinds of offers. So we finally aged up our 4th ice cube, and now we can make a neon. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my cat and start working on those, only because I know there's some tasks that are gonna pop up and I don't wanna miss those. So definitely when I go to the neon cave to make a neon, I always wait until all the tasks are done for the day. So we're finally able to make this neon ice cube and I'm so excited. So here's our neon ice cube and it is so cute, guys. The ice cubes are just so cute anyways, with their little legs and their cute little faces. So now I get to update my profile and put this neon ice cube that I'm super excited about, and I always delete all the pets. And I try to put the neons and the megas first, and then I'll put my legendaries and then ultra rares and then on and on. I mean, I would say most of the time I just really like to try to organize it like that so it's easier for people to see. All right, guys, and this is the end of day 14. It's day 15 of our inventory transformation. Do you guys ever have this happen to you where as soon as you log in, there's somebody in your house? I don't even understand how these guys get in my house so quickly. This actually happens to me a lot on my alt accounts. Okay, guys, so I was recording on my computer every time I would log in and then leaving it, letting it record the whole time that I would play. And then my screen recorder started glitching out on me. So sometimes I would start to record and then all of a sudden it wouldn't be there, the recording wouldn't be there, and I didn't understand what was going on. At first I just thought that maybe I made a mistake. And maybe I thought that I started it. And then sometimes it would record, but the recording would be really weird and glitchy. So all of that to say that for these days, I don't know, I'm guessing 15 through 18, there wasn't actually a recording the whole time. So I do have recordings and I have reports of some trades that didn't actually show up on the video or on the recording. And then once I realized what was going on, I had to delete a whole nother series off of my computer so that there would be room to finish off this series. So if you remember at the end of day 14, we actually made our neon ice cube. So now we have that to trade. We had this trade and the neon cat is definitely not worth the neon ice cube. Then this would have been an awesome trade for our neon ice cube, but they ended up declining at the end of the trade. Then this one's very interesting. This person traded us and they actually had a pretty good offer, but I just wasn't like completely sure about it. They added quite a few vehicles and I actually don't really know the value of very many vehicles. And I'm really big on wanting pets for pets. So I told them I was looking for pets and then they added like the hummingbird. And then they added a couple more pets, but I just wasn't sure about it, and so I told them no thank you. That person turned right around and retraded us for our neon ice cube, and guys, they added an Aurora fox. I'm like, you have got to be kidding. I definitely want that Aurora fox, and then they added some other pets, and then they added all those vehicles in, plus another one. So I am definitely accepting this trade. So will they accept? I just know they're gonna decline at the last minute. But guys, they actually accepted and we got an Aurora fox. I mean, I think that trade was the best trade that we've got so far in this series. The winter fawns are aged up and ready to make a neon. Guys, these winter fawns are so cute. I absolutely love the neon and it's my favorite neon that we've made so far. So I quickly updated my profile just so people know what I have. And since we got 2 more ice cubes out of one of those trades, I decided to try to get 2 more ice cubes so we can make another neon ice cube. So we traded our snow puma for 1 ice cube and now we just need 1 more to be able to make a neon. After that, we got this totally random trade, but they put in this heart hoverboard and I don't know how much it's worth, but I do know that people are asking for it a lot. I actually have one on my main account and I think it's a really cool vehicle, and so I was like, I'll just offer something and see if they'll take it. In my experience, these mahi-mahi are really hard to trade, and so I added that. And luckily they accepted. Then we had this girl come check out our house and the first thing she said was, I have to see how my pet likes it. I have never seen anyone check out a house like so thoroughly, especially while playing with their pet. But I guess it makes total sense actually. Guys, she was running around everywhere and around and around and around. And then she was playing fetch with her pet, but like in all different directions over and over again. And then she was climbing on the furniture. So then she told me no thanks and she said, it's too crowded, which I totally agree with her. I don't really like these tiny homes. She said her pet didn't find it comfortable there and she really didn't like the bed because she didn't think that it was pet friendly. And then she told me I could come and decorate her house. So she invited me to her family so I could come check out her house. We caught up on a bunch of tasks that we had missed. Then we were off to check out her house. She actually had a really big house and it was going to take a really long time to decorate. And I just really didn't want to do that because I'm working on this trading challenge. Then we got this offer for our heart hoverboard. And guys, I don't know what this thing is worth. And so I just thought I'm going to wait and see like what other offers we get for it. Not only that, but sometimes I feel like the longer you can hold on to something like this, like years even sometimes, they'll be worth even more. We got a couple more crummy offers for our pets. There is no lack of crummy offers in adoptme. Then we got this offer, but really they were just trolling us because when I accepted, they declined. Then for our neon winter fawn, we got this offer and this is an under offer, and then they changed the pet and the poodle was even, I think it's even worth less than the show pony. Then another crummy offer for our golden walrus. Then I decided to check out the petware store and guys, we found some pink sneakers. So I bought like 5 pairs of those so that I'll have those to trade. And then we finally got a fair offer for our golden walrus. I actually love the chameleons. And I feel like this golden walrus was really hard to trade. Then we got this trade and this person wanted to offer for our Aurora fox, and so I was like, okay. They added a corn doggo, which is way under for the Aurora fox. And they even asked me if I would do a small ad. So I told them no thank you, and then they changed the pet to a scare bear, which is worth even less than the corn doggo. Then we got this offer for our winter fawn, our neon winter fawn. They were offering us 5 winter fawns, which we could actually make another neon plus have an extra one, a ride pet, and another neon, the neon mahi-mahi. I really debated this trade for a very long time, but eventually I took so long that they added 2 more pets, and so I decided to accept it because we can always make another neon winter fawn. Then this person was looking for an ant, and I would always rather have a cat than an ant. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, do not trade for that minion chick. But guys, this butterfly is only uncommon. It's a legendary, and then we got the partridge, which is an ultra rare. And I promise you, it will work out for us. We got this offer for our chameleon, and I was not going to accept just the ride pony, but then they added a neon robin, and those things are actually worth more, or that is actually worth more than the chameleon. So I decided to accept the trade. I guess this person was just going around and giving away free pets, so we actually got a nutcracker squirrel, and so that's super awesome. Oh my gosh, guys, remember that minion chick that we just got? This person is apparently doing a a challenge and they need a legendary pet. And they will take any legendary for their random stuff and pets. So we're gonna trade our minion chicks. And that's the end of day 18. It's day 19 of our inventory transformation. We got so lucky and we got a toasty red panda out of our lure today. Guys, if you remember from the last video, I explained to you that my computer's glitching out when it's recording these videos. And so that was actually still happening during this video, and so sometimes I'm just gonna have to show you trades like in the report. So we worked so hard and we're able to make this neon ice cube, and we're able to make another neon winter fawn. Both of these pets are so easy to get, like from trades. And the neons are actually worth quite a bit, and so they're awesome to make. I think they're both extremely cute pets, and you know me, I think the cutest pets are the easiest to trade. Okay, so now we have 2 more really cute neons to trade. I'm gonna start working on the zebras because we just have 1 more to fully age up before we can make a neon zebra. And then we also have 4 cats that we can work on to make a neon. Guys, remember if you look at my inventory and something is starred, then that means it's either full grown or it's at post-teen. This server looks like there's actually quite a few people on it. Look at all those trading stands that are set up. So I would love to trade our house today, and I hope we get some really awesome trades. Our first trade is this really crummy trade or really crummy offer for our neon ice cube. So I definitely told them no thank you. Then we had this girl come check out our house, but apparently she only has 1 pet, which is a chocolate Labrador, and I wasn't going to accept that for my house. Guys, I know I've got some comments where people say like, oh, you should have accepted that offer for your house. But honestly, I don't actually need to trade my house. So unless it's a pretty good offer, I'm just not going to accept it because I'd rather keep my house. And I also understand that there are way better builders out there or decorators than I am. And that's okay because I just really like the house that I like. Next, we got this super awesome offer for our neon ice cube, but they declined. Then this person just wanted to trade their pink high tops for my pink sneakers, and so I accepted. And we're finally ready to make our neon zebra. Guys, I think the neon zebras and the mega zebras are just so cute. I actually think that the zebra is really underrated because I think it's a super cute pet and I love it as a neon and a mega. This person wanted to offer for our neon robin, and if you guys know, this is a really old pet. The robin actually came out in the Christmas event of 2019. And I feel like with most, like especially the Christmas pets, they seem to go up in value as time goes on. Their offer was under, so I didn't accept. Okay, we got this offer for our neon ice cube. They offered a neon frankenfeline, a neon ant, and they offered us 4 frankenfelines. 2 of those frankenfelines are actually full grown, and then one of them's at post-teen, so it wouldn't take us too long to make another neon frankenfeline. So we're trading our neon ice cube for these 3 other neons and a couple other pets. So I definitely wanted to update my profile, or remember to update my profile, because we have quite a few more neons to be able to trade. Then we had someone else come and look at our house, but shortly after checking it out, they asked us if we wanted to go see their house because it was for trade also. So I said sure, because I know it's really nice, like when you put all this work into your house, it's nice to have someone come and look at it. So we looked around at their house and it was pretty cool, and then they said there was more. So they had a glitch where we could go on top of the house. And it looked pretty cool, but to me it seems like they have a lot more decorating to do up there. So that was fun, but we need to get back to grinding. So I've been trying to trade this neon frankenfeline, and I feel like it is taking forever. I had no idea how hard it would be to trade these frankenfelines, and so I'm going to paint it and see if that helps. I'm not a huge fan of the frankenfelines, and I think it's because I just don't think that they're very cute, but other people might think differently. Next, we made a neon cat. And guys, I know what you're thinking. The first time it took you so long to make these neons, how come it's going so quick this time? Well, one of the reasons is because we're trading, and some of these pets are already full grown, are already to post-teen. Then we got this super awesome trade for our toasty red panda. Guys, we got a legendary fly cobra. We got this trade for our house, but they declined before we could even accept or even think about it, really. We got a bunch more under offers for our neon frankenfeline. We did a ton of grinding. Then I decided to switch out the pet in my trading stand. And then I decided, you know what? I love these ice cubes and I love these winter fawns so much that I think I'm going to try to get 16 of each one of them so I can try to make megas. So I started trying to do some trades to get the ice cubes and get the winter fawns. Then I was starting to get a little bit bored of the grinding, and so I decided to hatch this royal egg. And you guys will never guess what we hatched. We hatched a swordfish. Are you kidding me? But I guess at least it's an ultra rare. Then I aged up that 4th frankenfeline so we can make a neon frankenfeline. I did a couple more trades to get some ice cubes and winter fawns. And guys, that's when my computer was totally starting to glitch out. So I'm going to show you in the report some of the trades that I did, and one of them you are not going to believe. So we traded our mouse for a cat. Then we finally traded a neon frankenfeline for a legendary billy goat and a winter bait or deer bait. And then guys, we got an elephant. Are you kidding me? Actually, of all the neons and megas and really cool pets I've had, I have never got an elephant before. Yes, if you look up values, I was a little bit over, but guys, to me, it was worth it. We had to give up our Aurora fox, which I really didn't want to do, but everything else I really didn't care about. So guys, about 3 weeks into this trading challenge and we have an elephant. We are doing so awesome in this inventory transformation, and guys, you are not going to believe what we end up with. So after 22 days, we have an elephant, we still have a legendary pet, and we're trying to collect these ice cubes and these winter fawns so we can make megas, and we still have a couple low tier neons. Guys, can you comment down below and tell me if you would have done that trade for the elephant or not? It's day 23 of our inventory transformation. Guys, if you remember from our video yesterday, we got a fly ride elephant. I am so excited. I love the elephant. And also, if you remember, we're trying to collect 16 ice cubes and 16 winter fawns so we can make megas. But we are going to have to be grinding like crazy because they are going to take a very long time to age up. I'm not sure how you guys feel about this trade, but I really want that winter fawn, and I love the punk ponies as neons and megas. And it gives us so many more pets to trade to try to get those winter fawns and ice cubes, and we can always make another neon cat. After that trade, I check my profile to make sure it shows that we're looking for winter fawns and ice cubes so people will trade us for them. Then this trade was so lucky, and this person was so nice. They saw that I was looking for ice cubes, so they asked me how many I needed, and I need 6 more to be able to make a mega. I started to add a bunch of pets, and they told me that I didn't need to do that I could just have these ice cubes for free. Guys, sometimes people are so kind in adoptme and they're willing to help you out, especially because the ice cubes are just rares. I just can't believe they gave me so many for free. That was so nice of them. And after that trade, I have so much grinding to do. But I cannot wait to see what these ice cubes are going to look like as a mega. You know I like to check out the petware that comes up in the shop, so I checked it out, and there were actually these purple sunglasses, which are super cool. People really like them, and they will definitely trade for them. So I think I bought like 5 pair of the purple heart glasses, and then I need to make sure to add them to my profile so people know that I have some for trade. Then we got this lucky trade, and those cats are actually both full grown, so we don't even have to age them up. So now I actually have 3 full grown cats plus another cat so we can make another neon. We got this trade, and it was just a fair trade, but we got this neon ride Australian Kelpie. I've tried to trade this fly cobra, and I just wasn't getting very good offers. So we're going to accept this trade and see how easy it is to trade that neon Australian Kelpie. Very soon after that, we got this trade for our neon Australian Kelpie, and we got a ride golden penguin. This was definitely a good trade. I spent some time in the center of town just trying to exchange our pets for 4 of the same low tier ones, just so we could try to make some easy neons. We did do this trade, and guys, I'm always kind of trying to look at the pets and see which ones are really cute, or trying to trade for cuter pets. Because again, when you make the low tier neons, I just feel like they trade better. I feel like a lot of times I'm jumping around with which pet I'm trying to age up, and that's just because I decided, oh, I better age up this last cat because we could easily make that neon and be able to trade it. I just know if we're going to be making megas, then we're going to need to have some other stuff to trade along the way. Otherwise, it's just going to get really boring. We did this trade, and I just really love the Burnin' Bunnies, and that's what they offered, so I thought that was a good trade, or really just a fair trade. Then we did a couple more trades for those winter fawns because remember, we're still looking for those. Remember, I'm not recording as much as I was at the beginning of this just because my computer was glitching out, but we're able to make another neon cat to be able to trade. These neon cats actually go the quickest of making all the neons, and they're really easy to trade. Guys, every time you look at my profile, you're probably wondering why I don't have that elephant in my profile for trade. And the reason is because I really don't want to trade it. And also sometimes if I put it in my profile and someone sees it and they offer for it, then I might be tempted to take a trade and it might just end up bad, and I just don't want to trade the elephant. Here, I'm just getting a couple more winter fawns and ice cubes. And this trade actually means we don't need any more winter fawns to be able to make our mega, and we can actually make 2 more neon ice cubes to be able to trade. Guys, when I'm not doing these inventory transformations, I'm actually grinding on my main account because I actually love grinding in adoptme. We finally got a fair offer for our neon robin, and we got all these scarabs, and I'm not sure like how easy they are to trade, but we're going to find out. This trade I accepted, but it probably wasn't the best trade, but we did get a ride winter buck. The blossom snakes just came out not that long ago, and so I'm thinking that they might be worth a little bit more right now than they will be in the future. Value says that this was just a fair offer, but I thought, well, it's a ride legendary for another ride legendary and some other pets that we can try to trade and grow our inventory. All right, guys, and after a ridiculous amount of grinding, we were actually able to make 2 neon ice cubes. I did maybe use some age-up potions that we got from our lure a couple days, but this was just a lot of grinding. I know some people don't do like any grinding or hardly any grinding, and they can just like trade up. So I definitely might try to do that challenge next, but grinding is just an easy way to grow your inventory. There are so many videos out there like about trading on adoptme and being able to trade up, so you guys already see that way. So I'm just trying to show you another way. You can actually grind and age up your pets and make neons and trade those and grow your inventory that way. It's day 26 of our inventory transformation. I've been working so hard to get these ice cubes aged up and then making neons and then aging those neons up. I'm trying to make this mega ice cube so we can see what it looks like, and so then we can trade it and hopefully get something awesome. If you want to learn how I age up pets so quickly, then you can watch my video on how to be a pro grinder and also on how to get unlimited age up potions. We got a couple trades today for our pets that were under offers, and so we didn't accept any of them until we got this offer. We got a fly ride panda for the blossom snake. Like I told you in another video, the blossom snake like just came out, and so I think the value is a little bit higher, but I'm really not sure where it's going to end up. But I do know I was very excited to get a fly ride panda for it. We gave this person our propeller because it was when we were collecting stars and they couldn't get up high and they didn't have a propeller, so I just gave them mine. We had someone come look at our house, but they said they only had this fairy bat dragon to trade. I would have been so excited to get that fairy bat dragon for my house, but I'm sure that that's unrealistic. Next, I tried to offer for this fairy bat dragon that was in one of the trading stands. I thought my offer was pretty good, but I knew it was a little bit under and they declined. But sometimes when I see a pet that I really like, I do try to offer for them. This is our 3rd ice cube that we're making a neon. So now we just need to make 1 more neon ice cube before we can make our mega. Honestly, although you're seeing a lot of trades that I'm doing or that I'm getting, most of the time I'm just grinding. So I've just been working so hard on aging up these pets. Sometimes I don't even do much of anything when I log on. I just grind. So here are a couple more offers that I got for some of my pets, like the blue scarab. This is like definitely an under offer even when they switched to the ginger cat. And here's an offer for our toasty red panda that I declined because the toasty red panda is probably worth at least 3 of those. And here we are making our last neon ice cube before we make our mega. I traded my hummingbird for this Merry Mistletoe because these are actually really easy to trade. People really like them. And I know I've said this before, but any of the pets from the Christmas event, guys, they usually go up in value over time. We accepted this trade for our Ash Zebra for this St. Bernard, and they added a punk pony, which, guys, if you remember, I think that makes 3 punk ponies that we have now, so we can make a neon and trade it. We got this really crummy trade for our fly ride panda, so I definitely told them no thank you for this. And then I finished aging up the last neon ice cube that we have before we can make our mega. I am so excited to see what this mega neon ice cube looks like. Oh my gosh, guys, it is so cute. I love it. And I cannot wait to see what we can get for this mega. So let's go put it on our trading stand and see what kind of offers we can get. Here's the first couple of offers that we got for this mega neon ice cube. And honestly, guys, they're pretty disappointing. Most of the offers that we got were way under. But you know what I always say, you need to wait for the good trades. I mean, what was this person even thinking? I was so excited to get this age up potion from my lure. That's my favorite thing to get out of the lures. And now I'm working on aging up these winter fawns so we can make a mega winter fawn. We got this offer for our mega ice cube, which was definitely under. Guys, we actually got offer after offer for this mega ice cube, and all of them were under. And sometimes I feel like people think if their pet is ride or fly or whatever, that they think that it's worth just like so much, like it's like the most amazing pet there ever was. So I finally decided to change the pet that was in my trading stand to the Merry Mistletoe, and we got this offer, and I was so excited. But when we got to the very end, they decided to decline. And then we traded our panda for a ride potion and a ride mongoose. We were able to age up our winter fawns and make a neon winter fawn. And then we had another crazy experience with trying to trade our house. This girl was looking at my house, and then she started giving me stuff, just like, you know how you can click on someone and give them something from your backpack? So she started giving me some pets and some items. And then she said, I'm giving you stuff for your house. So then I told her she was supposed to click on it to try to trade for the house. And then she did, but I didn't want to give her stuff back, like in the trade. So I declined the trade, and then I traded her again, and then I gave her back the stuff that she had given me. And then I told her to go ahead and offer for the house. So she offered me a neon dog, but I definitely didn't want to trade my house for a neon dog. Then we got so many more offers, under offers for our mega ice cube. Then we had this person trade us, and they asked us if we had any offers for their blossom snake. And I actually know that people really like overpay for those right now because they just came out. So I did go ahead and offer, and we did get ourselves another blossom snake. Then we traded our ride potion for these two legendaries, the Evil Chick and the Fleur de Ice. We didn't end up trading our mega ice cube, but we still have that to trade. Remember that we still have our fly ride elephant, and we're working on all these winter fawns to get them aged up so we can make a mega neon winter fawn. We just have so much more grinding to do. It's day 29 of our inventory transformation. Almost as soon as I logged in, someone wanted to offer for my winter buck, my ride winter buck. They offered the Pomeranian, which actually comes from like the login gifts, but I think people really like that pet. And then they offered a neon ride Mahi Mahi. If you guys remember, that neon Mahi Mahi that we did have was so hard to trade. We're still trying to trade our mega ice cube that we made, and this was the first offer that we got for the day, and it was a fly ride ginger cat, which was definitely under. Then we got this offer where they added a fly ride ground sloth, definitely under, and then they added a neon ride cat. Guys, we know how easy it is to make a neon cat, and it is definitely like not worth a mega ice cube. You can definitely expect to get a lot of under offers for your pets, but you just have to wait for the good trades, because eventually someone will give you a good offer for your pets, especially if they're neon or megas. We got this offer for our mega, and this was definitely under. Although it's a legendary, we're not going to take this offer. Guys, I've had a lot of comments from people saying, oh, you should have taken that offer, you should have taken that one. And I'm not going to pretend that I always make the best trades. I mean, I try to, but sometimes I just make bad trades. I think everybody does. But because I made this mega, I know how hard I worked, or if I'm making a neon, I know how hard I work, and I'm going to wait for a good trade. I don't get in a hurry to trade it, and I don't get too disappointed if someone doesn't take my offer or I don't take theirs. I just wait for the good trades. Sometimes that means switching servers, and sometimes it means that I need to wait a couple days, but I will get a good offer for this. Then we got this offer for our mega, and it's a mega like Ratatosker, if that's how you say it. They're super cute, but the rarity is lower than the ice cube. And I know that the mega ice cube is worth more than this pet. So I know we probably could have made that mega like in half the time that we made this other one, or less time at least. We got this very under offer for our mega, and then we got this offer someone wanted to offer for our blossom snake. Unless you're a huge fan of the minion chicks, you probably know that the minion chicks are probably one of the hardest pets to trade in the game. I mean, yes, it is legendary and sometimes you get lucky, but for the most part, they're very, very difficult to trade. Again, so you guys know, I'm doing mostly grinding and not so much trading, but mostly grinding. You're just not seeing it. Guys, I got so excited, and I mean so excited when I started to get this offer for my house. But then the person asked me that if I wanted to pick one of these neons for my house, and I just really didn't want to because I make neons all the time and it just wasn't worth it to me. I'm sure some of you guys would have definitely taken them up on this offer, but it just wasn't worth it. I would rather keep my house. Remember, we're still working on aging up these winter fawns so we can make a mega winter fawn to be able to trade. And I'm not always showing you everything that we get out of our lure, although today we did get 50 bucks. We've collected some pets and we've collected some age-up potions, and the lure is definitely worth it. Sometimes I just log in just to collect the rewards and then I log back out because I don't have time to play. I was pretty excited about this trade. I was definitely going to accept it, but they actually declined at the last minute. So another offer for our house. We got a lot of offers for our house today for some reason. And I've already told you that these golden tortoise beetles or whatever are very difficult to trade. I find that trading cars is really hard, and that limo came with like anytime you signed up for the subscription for the pet handler certificate. So anytime you see someone with double pets, I think they probably got a limo the first time they signed up for that. Here's another offer we got for our Mega Ice Cube, and it was a neon, but definitely not worth the Mega. Guys, you have to think this is a rare Mega, and it's actually worth more than 4 rare neons. I mean, sure, depending on the pet, but as long as it's a rare and it's like a pretty good pet, then it's worth that. And we are finally ready to make another neon winter fawn. Guys, these little fawns are so cute. I just absolutely love it and can't wait to see what our Mega looks like. I've been grinding so much and actually am able to make another neon ice cube. So now we'll have a Mega ice cube to trade and a neon ice cube. The neon ice cubes actually go a lot quicker when I'm trying to trade them. Sometimes when I have enough to make a Mega, I actually have to think, would it be easier to trade 4 neons of this pet or a Mega? So we tried to trade our neon ice cube and we got this offer, which is actually under those Dracula parrots are really hard to trade. We got a couple more offers for our neon ice cube, but none of them were very good, and I just wanted to wait until we got a good trade. And then guys, we finally got this offer for our Mega ice cube. There's a neon winter fawn, which would make it so much easier to make our Mega winter fawn. And then there was a Mega cat and a few more like low tier neons. So at first I was not going to accept this offer just because I make neons all the time. But then they started adding even more neons to the trade. Guys, I actually think this is a great offer for our Mega ice cube. We have a Mega and a bunch of neons to be able to trade to get better pets. Can you comment down below and tell me if you would have done this trade or not? Guys, this account has been going for about a month and I feel like we are doing so awesome. We still have our fly ride elephant, we have a bunch of neons, we're making our Mega winter fawn, we have a Mega cat, and we even have some legendary pets. I'm also really interested to know if you want me to keep going past this month. Bye guys, until next time.